3, 2, 1.
What up, what up, what up? It is your boy Danny, the Worst Tech YouTuber. I'm back, episode 3, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. This weekend, or this week earlier, Mr. James Gunn released Superman, the new Superman trailer. And I've had a whole mixed bag of different things. People say it's this, people say it's that, whatever the case may be. I want to took a few days. I want to sit down and digest it. I want to hear what the other people were saying, some of the people I stream with. A lot of people like it, a lot of people hating on it, and I'm just going to break it down from what I think it is. We see a lot of things in here. Something new we saw. We see Crypto, the dog. We see Superman, and when you first look at it, like he's been beat to a pulp. Not sure who's doing that. I got my suspicions, but I don't want to say that now. But I definitely think that this movie will be going in the right direction based on what I've seen. There is a argument out there, or a let me see, what's the word I want to use? Not argument, but maybe a point of contention. And the word that I used for this, if you saw my thumbnail, was downgrade. What up, G Major? What's up, man? Glad you're here. What's up, Dan Lang? Glad you stopped by. I appreciate you dropping in. If you look at my thumbnail, the title was downgrade. Now, this is my opinion, okay? Danny Graham, aka the Worst YouTuber, aka Word to Wisdom. This is my opinion. Physically, compared to what we've seen to with Henry Cavill, to this Superman, not the Supermans prior to, not what happened back during Christopher Reeve time, before then, comic books, whatever, but what we have seen, the last taste of the nectar that we saw that is Superman, Henry Cavill, physically. This new Superman, I don't know the actor's name, not really familiar with his work, is a downgrade physically to me. You may not feel that way. That's all well and good. That's dandy. I don't care. But to me, Danny Graham, it is a physical downgrade. I would prefer my Superman to be buffed up, looking like Superman, looking like Henry Cavill did. And truth be told, I wish Henry Cavill still was in this, but that's not going to taint my objectivity to this upcoming movie, because I've seen the trailer. I think the trailer is fantastic. Sometimes things just don't work out. It didn't work out for Henry Cavill to be in the DCU universe, but I want that physical looking Superman if it's up to me. If it's not up to me, which it isn't, and whatever they put on there, either I can take a sample of it or don't pay my money to go see it. I'm going to pay my money to go see it. I think James Gunn, based on this trailer, that he was dropping little breadcrumbs, is going to be a fantastic movie. I think it's going to make $1 billion. I'll go ahead and say it. You can call me the Worst Tech YouTuber and say, Danny is crazy. I think this movie is going to make $1 billion or close to it. It's not going to make, it's going to be revamped. I think it's going to make somewhere between $850 million to $1 billion. It's not going to make less than $850. I'm going to claim that right now. Superman will not make less than $850 million. I believe that to my core. I really believe. I don't want to jump not 100% on it, but I'm 99.9. I think it's going to make $1 billion. It's coming out first part of the summer. Usually the summer movies do very well. It's coming out July the 11th. Like I said, the trailer to me was fire. I saw some people comment about there's a section in the trailer where he's saving the kid. This is slow motion. Oh, it was Zack Snyder did it in slow motion. There was a problem. I never had a problem with Zack Snyder's slow motion. I love it. 300 was one of the best movies. I love to see all the stuff in slow motion. I would love to see Zack Snyder do something like a Mortal Kombat, so you can see some of those finishing moves in slow motion. Slow motion didn't bother me. And some people say, well, he does it to death. He does it to death. Well, sometimes a lot of us do things to death. Dandelion says, it never made sense to me for Superman to be huge. His strength is not muscle dependent. It it's innate to him when exposed to our sun. I get that. I get that. And like I said, it's not going to be problematic. It's just a preference. Um, some people prefer to drive a Dodge truck. Some people prefer to drive a Ford truck. They both are trucks. They both basically do the same thing. But some people just prefer that. I prefer a more muscular Superman. He doesn't have to be a muscular Superman. We've seen Supermans in the past. Dean Cain wasn't muscular. Um, Brandon Ruth wasn't muscular. Um, Tyler Hoechlin, you see him, you can tell he was in a muscle suit. He wasn't muscle. So it's not going to kill it. It's not going to have me saying, "No, I ain't going to see that." But I'm just saying, I would prefer. I like the look, the suit that Henry Cavill's his version of Superman is my favorite for as the look in the whole package. Also in the trailer, we've seen some the new Lex Luthor. It's the guy that played Beast in the X-Men series. I don't know. I would have rather seen Henry McAvoy do it, the guy that played the younger Professor X. I think he would have killed it as Lex Luthor. But gonna wait to see. The jury's still out on that. I don't know whether or not he is going to. Let me see if I can pull up an image of that. Lex Luthor actor in gun Superman. Boom, 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 boom. Nicholas Holt. That's his name. Nicholas Holt. Let me pull up an image of Mr. Holt, and we will see how he looks as Mr. Lex Luthor. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Need to hit that, share screen, click on that, and voila, we have him. That's him as Lex Luthor right there. Not bad, but I would have preferred to see McAvoy, James McAvoy. He would have killed it. He would have killed it to me. But I'm still gonna give this guy a chance because he may have killed it. Right now, it's not grabbing me, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let's see what Dayland Fluff says. It's tough for people, the actor, to get that huge. I wonder if it's healthy, steroids. I'm okay with people not getting insanely jacked for a role. Actors are people too. Yeah, I can go both ways, Dandelion, because I've seen actors lose a lot of weight, and I've seen them gain a lot of weight. Christian Bale is famous for losing weight, and I forgot the movie he played before Batman. Oh God, I can't think, but he was really, really skinny, but he had to get like 220, 210, 220-ish for the Batman role, but he got like 230, 240, and the guy said, "No, you're a bit too big." So some of those actors, man, they got those trainers that are dedicated. They got those chefs that can cook those specific diets, and I've heard all kinds of stories. Like if you watch Twilight, Taylor Lautner, I think his name, he played Jacob. In the second one, I can't think what the name of the movie is. He wasn't as muscular, but he had to be muscular because to the books, the wolves are very muscular, and he had to look a certain look. And I read the story. I think I saw an interview where he would eat like hamburger patties in between shoots, do push-ups, workout kind of stuff, and you can visibly see the difference in him in the second Twilight movie versus the third one. I can't think of the name of them, but actors do it all the time. So, Teddy Brown, yep. What's up, Bo? How you doing? Coach Gabe said, I would prefer an older Lex Luthor. I'll give them a chance. Yeah, he ain't gonna be old. I just think James McAvoy, man, have you ever seen him? He can play anything. I think he would be the better selection for Lex Luthor. But like I said, I'm going in with an open mind. I'm not going in here when I see some people on YouTube, on X, just saying all this kind of crazy stuff. We haven't seen this movie yet. All we've seen is the trailer, the teaser trailer. I think the real trailer's come out on Super Bowl in more detail. I hope they don't give too much though. But that's when I think it's coming out on Super Bowl because I looked it up. Right now, the going price for a 30-second commercial on Super Bowl is $7 million. $7 million. So based on how successful this teaser trailer did, I think James Gunn put it out there as a barometer to say, okay, let's see what it is. You get a lot of feedback. You probably almost broke the internet Thursday morning. So I think that they're gonna fork over that money. I would. Hey, here's $14 million. Give us a minute, and then put in some nice stuff in that minute. But we shall see. Let's get to these comments. Party Brown said The Rock is the best at losing and gaining weight. He trains people to do it also. Yep. Man, The Rock, there's a documentary out there where he was getting ready to play back Black Adam. They had a muscle suit, but it looked crazy on him. So he just said, I don't need that. And when you see The Rock in the Black Adam suit, that's all him. That's no padding, nothing. That's all 270 pounds of The Rock. So it can be done. Only crazy thing I don't like is how I was about to get to that. I don't like Guy Gardner's. Well, I don't really care about his look. I never cared for him. When I read the Green Lantern comic books, I never gravitated toward him. I always liked Hal Jordan. I always liked John Stewart. It is always more interesting to me than he was. See if I can get an image. There's an image. Let me pull it up real quick. Share screen. Share. See right here. Let me scroll up a little bit. People talk about the bold cut. I don't care about the bold cut. I don't like Guy Gardner for the simple fact I never care for his Green Lantern. Bold cut I don't care about that. Maybe if he'll sway me once I see him in action and see what his personality is. But I'm saying as a comic book reader, when I used to read the Green Lantern comic books, he never was a lantern that I gravitated towards. I always gravitated towards John Stewart and Hal Jordan. But he might come in there and kill it. So, like I said, I'm very open-minded to this movie. I'm ready for it to see it. This is something that we kind of lost sight of. We didn't get excited about movies for a long time, a lot of us, because there was such crap and such stuff that just wasn't like the first three. To me, the first three phases of the MCU was the best in comic book movies. They made sense. There was continuity. Some of them wasn't bangers. I'll give you 2 or 3 of them wasn't bangers, but they all connected. They made sense. I think that if this is a successful movie, and like I said earlier, I think it's going to make $1 billion. I'm 99.9% sure. I don't want to go all the way on 100, but I definitely believe it's going to make between 850 million and $1 billion. But I'm leaning more towards that being because like it's coming out the right time. There's an excitement and a buzz about it. There's also haters too. There's going to be haters and everything. But I really hope this movie is successful. I hope that all comic book movies that come out are successful. But some people find a way. They find a way to hate, boy. It don't matter, boy. They find a way to hate. Get back to the comments. Dandelion Fluff say losing and gaining might not be healthy long term. If we as a society start demanding this sort of look, it would be better for everyone. It probably encourages unhealthy habits in the rest of us too. I get what you're saying, but these people that take up this job as actors, they are committed. Just like we committed to your job, whatever you do, I'm committed to law enforcement. There's certain things that I can and can't do in order to do that. So there's certain things I think these actors and actresses have committed themselves to. I know there are fat suits and stuff. If you look at the Penguin, Colin Farrell had on a fat suit. So there's some things that you can put on suits and stuff to make you, but you can't put on suits to make you skinnier. But for far as make you bigger and muscular and that kind of stuff, they could add a suit. I'm just saying for me, my preference. The way the Rock look as Black Adam, the way Henry Cavill looked as Superman, that is more visually pleasing to me as a superhero comic book lover. And it looks more to the comic books that I've read. But if this guy come in, he's not all buffed up, and hey, he may kill it. I'm just saying, if I was the director, I would go more to that body type. But hey, like I said, this new cat, he might come in and kill it. I'm gonna have an open mind. Federal J, what's up, brother? He says Michael Keaton, Cavill, Affleck, Gal Gadot, Zack Snyder, was all hated on before the world, before people seen the movie. Now the world hating on Gunn, and corn sweat people will have them once they see. Hey, like I said, I don't know. I don't know this guy's work. I don't know anything about him. I can tell you, and I'm gonna go down the list. I saw Michael Keaton. I said, yeah, he's a good actor, but physically, he did not. There's a scene, and I always go back to this scene where he's lifting the Joker up in the air in the warehouse. There is no way that Michael Keaton that we've seen as Bruce Wayne on the he can't do it. That Michael Keaton that we saw play Bruce Wayne was lucky if he was 200 pounds. Jack Nicholson as the Joker, I guarantee he was every bit of 230. There's no way he could do that. But back then, it really didn't matter. That was 1989. I never remember. I was in Okinawa, Japan. Saturday afternoon, me and my buddy went to see Batman. I'll never forget that. Michael Keaton killed it. He's not my favorite Batman, but he's my second favorite. Ben Affleck. Cavill looks the part. There was some padding in his suit because I saw him putting on some padding in his suit. That's not all him, but when he take off that shirt in the Man of Steel, when he stops the burning building and he goes to steal the clothes off the clothesline, that's Cavill. So I mean, he had the muscles and stuff. So I just like Superman to look a little buff. That's just my preference. Affleck killed his Batman. I'll never forget that warehouse scene. The part where he was working out, lifting the weights, all that kind of stuff, pushing the weights up the ramp and stuff. To me, he was a more believable Batman fighting and far as strength wise than Affleck was. Gal Gadot, never had an issue with her. Zack Snyder, I don't have an issue with Zack Snyder. I love Zack Snyder the way the cinematography. I love how he does with his capes. I love the dark screen he shows. 300, like one of my all-time favorite movies. So I don't have an issue with him. Sometimes people say he overuses slow motion, tomato. It's whatever you like, but I don't have a problem with that. Anik Jones said, "Hey, what's up? What's up, Anik?" Fatal J say the movie. Yeah, once you see the movie, I think a lot of people gonna like it. A lot of people gonna like it. Fatal says people don't read the comic books. Guy Gardner looks like that in the comics with the bow. Yeah, he does. But like I said, I never gravitated toward his Green Lantern. My favorite two was always John Stewart and Hal Jordan. So when he come in here, he may kill it. He may win me over. I'm just saying right now, I don't know much about him. The bowl cut doesn't even bother me. Does look a little dated, but once you see the movie, it may all fit in, and he may be one of the fan favorites. Green Lantern has the He-Man style hairstyle. Yep, he sure does. That does look like Prince Adam. John Stewart and Hal Jordan will be revealed in their own show, and it will be cool. I definitely believe it. I really did like the music they had in the trailer. Yeah, that guitar down, that Superman had a little bit of Superman hit to it. Yep, I think so. See, that's what I hate about YouTube. I'm glad you brought up Tony Brown. Before I went on YouTube, I never, ever thought about music and lighting and shot at this angle and this and that. Now, I told this on the last video I was on. Eternals, man, I took a notebook. I took a notebook to take notes on Eternals. So I would keep my notes straight. Man, you have to go to the movie to take notes, man. When you start taking notes to the movie, that's going way far beyond. So I don't do that, man. Because if you follow some of these people on YouTube, you will lose your joy in your mind. And movie to me is escapism. I got to get away from this 9 to 5, away from this craziness. It's a throwback to the comic books I used to read. And man, I'm not doing all this work for something that ain't real, but that's just me. Nick Jones said, it's not, Danny. It's not going to make that. It's going to make 600 to 700 million. Hey, that's still a win. Let me see how much, what's the budget for this Superman movie? Let me put one up. Budget for Guns Superman movie. Let me see. Whoo! $363 million. Whoo! So the formula is 3 times that to be profitable. So 363 times 3. Whoo, it got to make $1 million to be profitable. Woo! Whoo, $363 million to make it. Lord. That is a lot of money. I didn't realize that. Lord. They filmed the movie in Ohio, they say it here. And they get $11 million tax credit from that state. But still, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it got to do well. It got to do well. It got to make that, or it's not going to be profitable. Okay, next one. Eli Who. The score for Superman sounds like it was a sample from the Death Star in Gladiator 1. Don't know how that sounds, so I'm going to take your word for it. D. Scott, what's good? What's up, Guy Scar? What up, Chatos? Visual pleasing. Yep. Hey, man. Can use those words, Fatal. This Superman will be awesome. I sure hope it does. I sure hope. There's a lot of haters, boy. They hating on it like crazy. Oh, my Lord. He was a guy in Twisters who was okay. Fatal J, what's up, brother? Michael Keaton was rocking Jordans in his bat suit. You gotta love that. Yeah. I'm just saying physically though. Him compared to Ben Affleck, physically, Ben Affleck looks more like the Batman that we see in the games, that we see in the comic books that I've seen. And I know in the past, but that's just like if you watch early wrestling, the guys they were big, like physically big, but they wasn't all that muscular and stuff. As time progressed, they started getting more and more muscular. And Vince McMahon, he wanted that big, muscular type wrestler to be the champion. As time progressed and things changed, then he will allow other people that didn't have that certain physical appearance or look to become the champion. But for most parts, the wrestlers now they are more muscular than they were back a few years ago. Nothing wrong with the wrestlers from way back when. I remember watching Wahoo McDaniel, Black Jack Mulligan, Tim Conway. None of those cats were muscular, but they were good. They were athletic. This Superman, he can be fantastic as he is. All I'm saying for me, for Danny, let me get it, the worst take YouTuber, word of wisdom. For me, I like the Henry Cavill look better than what I'm currently seeing with this guy. Not to say this guy's going to be trash, but I'm just saying my preference. I like Henry Cavill's suit better. I definitely love the black suit is fire. This suit, it may grow on me right now. It's okay. I mean, I don't hate it, but ain't nothing to write home about. But I'm not worried about the suit so much. I'm worried about the performance. Is the story gonna make sense? It's gonna be exciting, that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm focusing more on it. If you watch Creature Commandos, Gunn has laid out his plan for the DCU: Starfire, Wonder Woman, Batman, Robin killed off Superman. So you saying Superman's gonna be killed? I don't want to see that. I already seen that in Lois and Clark. I mean, Superman and Lois. If you haven't seen Superman and Lois, man, go check it out. Excellent show. CW did their thing on that. All were shown. I don't think I can watch a man in a bowl cut for an entire movie. That's a bad look. Wow. I've noticed that some people criticize movies without giving them a chance, but when others disagree with something, they say, let me say it again. I've noticed that some people criticize movies without giving them a chance, but when others disagree with something they like, it suddenly becomes a problem and it gets labeled and say, boy, from your mouth to God's ear, you can't have an opinion on YouTube. If you got an opinion that doesn't match some of these echo chambers, they will go totally crazy on you. And I don't understand it. You may like this. I don't like that. But to say that my opinion is trash or yours is trash, you're right, bro. They'll say it. If you don't agree with them, if you don't clamp onto that echo in that chamber, they will try to destroy you, make you look like you're dumb and stupid. But don't bother me. I'm gonna like what I like. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. The Road to Wisdom. As a normie, I can only relate to the movies, and this movie brings me back to the excitement of when I was a kid, seeing Superman, the movies in the 70s. This movie has that feel. Hey, you don't have that feel to me yet, but I did not. The only gripe I had in, well, two gripes. Not gripes, nitpicks. I don't know how this guy that's playing Lex Luthor is going to be, because I would prefer James McAvoy, just my personal preference. I think he'd have been a better actor for this. And I don't like this particular Green Lantern. I wish he would have done another Green Lantern. It has nothing to do with his haircut. Like I said, I know very little about Guy Gardner. He may be fantastic, but it was never a lantern in the Green Lantern Corps that I gravitated towards. So, but once we get in there and I get to know some more about him, I might start liking him. So, hey, I'm ready for July. 250 to 230. No, it was $236 million. Woo, that's a lot of money. That's not true. What's not true? It will make money. Well, let's tell you what I looked up, brother. Hold on there, Fatal. Let me pull up this article and we can read it here for you, sir. It says Superman director James Gunn responds to reports budget was a staggering $360 million. Okay. Genesis, according to application with the old motion picture tax credit program, has a $363 million budget. Is slated to receive an $11 million tax credit from the state. The application states that 25% of the film will be shot in Cincinnati and Cleveland. More than 3,200 Ohio residents are projected to be hired. That all sounds pretty official, right? If Superman really did cost that much, it would be a disastrous start for the DC studios, and the movie turning a decent profit. Well, good luck with a budget that high. However, shortly after the news broke, James Gunn said what? Let's see what he said. However, shortly after the news broke, DCU Studios Superman writer director James Gunn took to social media and responded to saying, "No, God, no. I wish I had it somewhere even close to that." He later elaborated by explaining, "I don't know if it was fate or if someone got some weird form an assistant in Cleveland office, filled out putting random stuff in the blanks. I sent it to our accountants and financial producers when it first came out a year ago, and no one knew what it was. I can tell you it wasn't anyone on our team." Well, why don't you tell us how much it make? If it's not $363 million, then say no. It's 200 or it's 100 or whatever the case may be. But we will see. James Gunn said he didn't. This article says it did, so I don't know. I don't have a direct line to Mr. Gunn to know whether he's being truthful or not, but I know it's going to be pretty high. I hope it's not that much, because the formula that I've always been taught and I've heard in research is that it's 3 times whatever the budget is to make the movie profitable. So if it is $363 million, that's over $1 billion. I think it's going to make that, but I hope it's not $363 million. I hope it's more like maybe 220, 250-ish. If you do that, that's a nice, comfortable, sweet spot to me. So hopefully it will be profitable. I think it will. I think it's going to make $1 billion. Fingers crossed, it's going to make $1 billion. It has to be better than Aquaman. It has to be. And Aquaman is the only DCU movie that I'm aware of that made $1 billion. So this movie it has to be more successful now. If it's not more successful than Aquaman financially, that's going to make me look side-eyed at DCU reboot. I'm just saying. Gunn said his budget was nowhere near $300 million. You might be right, Fatal. I'm not a fan of the trailer like everyone else, but I'm willing to give it a chance. I hate the look of Lex. The Superman suit looks cheap. Well, the suit don't look cheap. Not to me, it don't. It's different. A lot of people didn't like Robert Pattinson Batman suit, but I thought it was fire. I liked it. You walking in that, especially in that subway, all you can hear is his boots coming. You start whipping people's butt, playing the smackdown, the bat smack. Hey, It's always fire. I like the collar around his little things on his hands. Shoot. And I hope. No, that's me next topic. Next topic. I don't want to get sidetracked. D Scott, what's up, man? You sent a super chat. You did? Where is it at? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. How's it going, Daniel? Are you seeing Sonic 3? I plan on seeing Sonic 3. Thank you for the $2 super chat, D Scott. I wish I had. Oh, let me see. I'm going to steal Fado's thing and he gives. I don't have a Dragon Ball Z, but what can I give you? What can I give you to show you my appreciation? Let me give you a shot from one of my favorite Jedis. Here you go, D. Scott. It's just for you.
He must stand trial.
He has control of the Senate and the courts. He's too dangerous to be left alive.
I'm too weak.
I tell you, if they do a Mace Windu, if Disney Plus does a Mace Windu series, I will lose my mind. Why are y'all not giving Samuel Jackson an opportunity to kill it as Mace Windu? Please, Kathleen Kennedy. Please. Hit your head. Get drunk. Do something green like that, please. Okay. Thank you again, D. Scott. I appreciate Super Chat, brother. Let me get back to where I was at. James Gunn said that he had Nicholas Hoult read for both Superman and Lex, a hint that both characters reflect each other. Harriet's person in the comic book to baldness character in the comic book. What's up, Eli? Anik says, you have a co-host who complains about how women look in video games and in movies, but want people not to criticize the look of Superman. I'm not going to touch that one, Mr. Jones. Not going to happen. David Corn said, who's the colors for the Superman suit? According to Gunn, because he wanted it to be bright and colorful, not frightening children like. I get the bright suit. It looked good on Christopher Reeve, but I did not hate Superman's black suit. I did not hate the dark suit. Now, did Man of Steel have problems? Yes. Him not saving his dad was idiotic. His dad saying maybe he should save those children was crazy. I don't have a problem with him killing Zod to save that family. I just don't. Now, is it the Superman that we've seen in the comic books? No. We got a little bit of Batman. You hang with 9 broke friends, you're bound to be the 10th one. Maybe that's a little bit of him hanging around Batman too much. And even Batman don't kill, but hey, I think Batman will kill. We see in his live action, Batman will kill you. He got them guns. So hey, he told him to stop. As you see on my intro, man, he told him to stop. Stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, man, he crossed the line. Superman had to do what he had to do. But I get the bright suit. I recently went back and watched all Supermans. And I can tell you 3 and 4, they do not hold up. Oh, my Lord. Those are a load of caca. But I get the bright suit. I get it. Let's see. According to Gunn, Clark already had friendship with Lois, Jimmy, Perry White first time in encounter with Luthor. Okay. We shall see. What's up, D1? Good seeing you, sir. Thank you for joining me. No origin story? Oh, yeah, his dad looked kind of, you don't look, you don't look John Clarkish to me. I mean, John Kennish to me. You look, well, I ain't going to say what he looked like, but I'm curious to see who that actor is. When I saw the bald head and like he was kind of bummish looking, I'm like, I don't know. I got to see that. That's just my little nitpick. Not going to cause you not to see the movie. What's up? Make sure you hit that like. Yes, thank you, man. Hit the like button. It ain't going to cost you 1 red cent. John said, are you Basco? James Gunn said himself that that was not the budget. That article is not true. I can screenshot his post. I believe you, bro. I'm just saying I hope it's not. Because if it is, then he's going to have to make $1 billion to be profitable. And I don't want him to come out the hole. I want this movie to succeed. I want this movie to lead to a Batman 2. I want this movie to tie in with the Penguin. I want this movie to eventually lead to world's finest. I think this could be a good world building. I don't want the Batman to be in the Elseworld. I know some people see like, well, this Superman might be more comic booky, that one might be more grounded. I think they should tie this because this Superman looks young. Robert Pattinson Batman is young. That could be a pretty good mixture. Just my 2 cents. I would want to see that. Especially get HBO Max involved because whoever wrote that Penguin show, they need to be nominated for an award because that show was fantastic. I did not miss an episode every Sunday. It was fantastic. And they didn't need Batman. So Sony, which I'm going to talk about this later, Sony, you should go to HBO and ask them how to do so because you had the perfect. I just watched Craven last night. It's already on streaming service. That's going to tell you how bad it is. I'm going to get to that a little bit later in the show. But I watched Craven last night, and the ending of Craven ticked me off so bad because what they showed, if the Sony universe would have done those other movies right, we would have had a second Endgame type thing on our hands. It could have led up to the Sinister Six. It could bring Spider-Man in. It could bring all 3 of the Spider-Mans in. They could have had a Sinister 9 because we already saw, I'll get it right. We saw the Goblin. We saw the guy that would become the Scorpion. We had Venom. We had Craven. We had the Lizard. We had Rhino. We had Doc Ock. And we had Electro. So we had 9 villains in the Sonyverse. They could have done all that stuff and not count Morbius. So 10. We got 10 potential villains in the Sonyverse. And they could have done the same way if they would have wrote it right, just like HBO did the Penguin. Did not use Batman at all. They throw in one little Batman sprinkle at the end. But other than that, the writing was fantastic. If they would have used that same cookie cutter model that HBO did with the Penguin, Sonyverse had it. Y'all had it right in your hands and you let it slip away. And not to mention, you had the Chameleon. I was going to spoil it, but the Chameleon showed up in Craven. Sony. Oh, if I could turn back time. God. Dijon chilling. How you doing, bud? Same pretty much. If the man said it wasn't, it wasn't. Why you believe the article? Bruh. It's a fatal. Okay. I believe you. I really don't care. I don't know James Gunn publicly. If you know him, that's fine. I don't really care what it is. I'm just read the article. If you say it's not that, it's not that. Nothing I'm gonna lose sleep over. I hope it's whatever James Gunn said it is. That's what it is. This Superman didn't really make me care to see it. What is wrong with you? You're welcome. Sonic 3 was good, kind of overdid it with the wacky somebody, but if you look past that, it was a good movie. Okay. I like the Sonic movies. James Carrey always takes over the top. He's the perfect, can't think of that bad guy name now. Do you like Sam Jackson better as Mace Windu? Mace Windu, hands down. Mace Windu is my favorite Jedi. He will always be my favorite Jedi. I want to see a Mace Windu show, movie, whatever it is. I know I probably won't. Ain't gonna happen, but if I could make it happen, I would make it happen. What's up? Let's go. Batman killed in Justice League, smashing a crate into a guy's head. Blood platter. Wow. I didn't watch that Creature Commandos. I heard it's good. I got so much on my plate to watch now. And one thing I did watch though was Gundam. Something. It was on Netflix. 6 episodes. Something about revenge. Requiem of Revenge or something like that. You check it out. That thing was pretty hot. I went through that like that. What's up, Basco? Spatter. Yeah, you're almost right. Yeah, you're right. Almost like Aquaman dad. What? I didn't get that. Did Matt Reeves finally change his mind on letting James Gunn use his Batman? I don't know. I'm just saying. A lot of these things I'm saying is what I would love to see. They probably not. I'm thinking those universes won't cross paths, I'm just saying it would be cool to see to me. These are my opinions from the worst take YouTuber. I saw Craven and thought it was a remake of Mark Singer's Beastmaster. A movie sucked. I watched it. The ending was the best thing about it, and the reveal and stuff. Yeah, but to me, it is much more watchable than Morpheus, much more watchable than Madam Web, and much more watchable than Venom 2. I like Venom 1 and Venom 3. Venom 2, Madam Web, Morpheus, to me is much better, hands down. Dora was better. Craven was not a villain in Craven movie. No, but I'm saying they could have turned him. He had some villain ways. He was killing people. They could have made that turn, and then the dad left him that coat that we see in the iconic coat. He sits in there, looks at himself. Okay, so he could go to the dark side. They could have made that switch, or he could have been. You say he get his own code. He could have felt like maybe Spider-Man did something to break the code or something. They could have did whatever twist. Don't forget about the Birdman. The Birdman, I can't remember what we called him. I think it was Falcon villain or something. I don't know. The Birdman. Talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I don't know. I'm not seeing Fiddle J's Bosco comments. I don't know why they're on here. Refresh is still not seeing them. Maybe they blocked you. Only mine and Dandelion. Nope. Got a whole group of people talking, brother, today, brother. And I thank everyone that come in and join me on this Saturday morning. We got 12 people watching. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you all. Nick Jones said, have you heard Party City will officially be going out of business? Another childhood story gone. I don't know. My daughter shops Party City for my grandson's stuff. I don't hardly go in there, so I ain't going to shed no tears on that. Hi, I didn't know you were in here. Comments are not being shown to me. I don't know why they're not. Everybody else seeing them. Any unseen credits in Craven? Nope, none that I saw. The unseen credit was in the movie. Because they revealed, nobody gonna watch it. They revealed his brother is actually the chameleon. All throughout the movie, they sprinkle that kind of stuff. He could mimic anybody's voices and stuff. And they keep referring to this doctor in New York. I don't know if that's Dr. Octopus or I don't know who this doctor is. But this doctor supposedly gave Rhino his power, and then he gave Craven's brother the power to change. And it shows you what he can do at the end of the movie. So wasted. They wasted. You like Venom 3? I did. I did like Venom 3. I didn't hate it. Just some geeky guy. What's up? I'm a Snyder fan. I like the Superman trailer. I'll check it out in theaters. Good deal. Hope you do, brother. Hey, Big Four Entertainment. What's up? Danny's probably streaming on 2 channels. I am. I'm streaming on my channel, and I'm streaming on. I'm streaming on Chaos Central. So that might be why you're not seeing it. Elihu. I'm on 2 channels simultaneously. Only get notification for this stream, Dandelion. Yeah, if you go to Chaos Central or either go to the Road to Wisdom, you probably see whatever it is. B1, what's up? Yeah, Bosco and Fatal comments isn't showing up on the chat. Yeah, y'all probably on 1 channel. I'm streaming on 2 channels. My channel, Road to Wisdom, and I'm also streaming on Chris's channel, Chaos Central. So, but that's pretty much all I really got to say. I thank all y'all for coming in, man. I think many people come in on Saturday morning. I thought to be out doing the last minute Christmas shopping, but like I said, I don't know what the hate is about this movie. I think it's gonna be fire. If you see my thumbnail, I said downgraded. To me, just to reiterate that physically, from the last Superman that we saw, which was Henry Cavill, physically, I'm not saying anywhere else about acting or anything, but physically, it's a downgrade. And I personally like the more muscular Superman versus the skinnier one or the one that's just average. But this guy here, like I'm saying, I'm going in with an open mind. I don't think he's going to be crap. I haven't seen anything that make me think this movie is going to be crap. But I'm just saying, preferably I would have liked to. Well, preferably I like Henry Cavill to be Superman, but that ain't gonna happen. But I would just like a physically bigger Superman. But hey, it is what it is. Any last minute questions? Well, I'm gonna stay on here for an hour. We got 40. I've been on here for 46 minutes, so we got about 14 more minutes. Yeah, basketball. Okay. Trying to think. What can we talk about? Yeah, I was surprised. My buddy called me yesterday. He said, "Man, Craven's on the stick." I'm like, "What? Craven? That just came out last Wednesday." Well, that last night, sure enough, it's on the Fire Stick. I was like, man, I watched it last night. Truth be told, I kind of fell asleep on some parts of it. So I got this morning and rewatched what I missed some few things, but nothing to make me sway my opinion of this movie. It just wasted time. It, to me, is much better, and I'm going to name them. It's much better than Venom 2. To me, it's much better than Morpheus, and it's way better than Madam Web. It's not, however, better than the first two, Venom 1, Venom 3. But Sony dropped the ball. They could have made this universe so fire and build up. Each movie, they could have sprinkled a little bit of Spider-Man in there, man, or have them talking to each other and trying to, hey, let's form a club and do something. They didn't do it. We saw 10 either villains or anti-heroes in the whole Sony universe that they could have used. They could have made it like the Sinister 10. I count 10. And then they could have bring in all three Spider-Mans with the help of Madam Web, who can travel through time and all that kind of stuff. They could have done all that. They could have done it, and it would have been fire. But no, they did what they did. And now, this last Craven movie really is a waste. I mean, unless you just a comic book head and want to go and see it to say that you saw it. But it's not leading anywhere. So I don't understand what Sony's end game was, but it did not make sense. And again, I'm going to say this for the ones that came in late. I think this movie is coming out the right time of year. Probably going to be the first hot movie of the summer, come out July the 11th. I'm thinking it's going to make $1 billion. Yeah, I said it. Or it's so close to it, you can throw a dart and hit it. That's what I think it's going to make. Mr. Gunn said that the budget is way under what's reported. I can only take him at his word. There's a report that's saying it's $363 million to make to Fatal J, and Gunn says it's not that much. I don't know what it is. I hope it's not that much. He says it's not. I'm going with what he said. But hey, I think it's gonna be profitable. I think it's gonna make $1 billion. So whether it's 300 million, 200 million, whatever, if it makes $1 billion, it's gonna be phenomenal. So that's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for all comic book movies to be good. All comic book movies to be good. Any questions? We got about 11 more minutes. Any questions? Anything you want to talk about? Let's see. Let me see. You like him say, Anzo is here. Damn, you two don't see comments. Anik Jones, are you going to see Mufasa? I want to see that. A lot of people are hating on it. I don't like the live action versions that Disney produced, but I want to see Mufasa. Okay, that makes sense on why I'm not seeing Fatal and Bosco. You know who the comments you don't see are on Road to Wisdom. The one that Michael Keaton played in Spider-Man, one of the Spider-Man, he was flying around the villain. Talking about the Goblin? God, you need more caffeine this morning. What's up, Big Ford? Who beat the crap out of Superman? I don't know. I'm thinking it's probably what's that old one I don't like? Brainiac. That's what I'm thinking it is. Brainiac. We see Mortimer for wow, why what are you more Metamorpho, I think that's his name. He can change his body, all different kind of different liquids and stuff. I've seen him on some of the cartoon versions. Never read him in the book, but I think he's going to be in there. We see Hawk Girl in there. We see Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific looks good in there. I like the look they got on him. He looks very comic book accurate. We see Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. Some people was asking about Mr. Terrific. What is he? He's like a genius. He's in the DCU. From what I've read, his intellect rivals that of like Iron Man and Shuri's. But let me pull it up to make sure I'm telling you all the right thing. But that is what doesn't have a specific power. He's a genius level. Let's read what his powers are. Mr. Terrific. What of his powers? Also, although Mr. Terrific doesn't really possess superpowers, his knowledge of technical devices help him grow as a superhero. His company, Terrifitech, creates powerful gadgets or T-spears that helps him as vehicles, weapons, holograms, projects, and spying devices. There's a question. Is Mr. Terrific smarter than Batman? It says, while the Dark Knight is intelligent and resourceful, there are intellects greater than his, including Mr. Terrific. So yes, Mr. Terrific is supposed to be smarter than Batman, according to this article. So be interesting to see how much he's involved in the movie. So at the end of the line, where does he keep his hair gel? Curls on Clark, sliced back. Really, Elihu? You worried about hair products? Maybe it's not hair gel. They should make a Black Cat film. I wouldn't be mad at that. Vault Industries had it right. The Boys, no side projects, only movies about main heroes. No side villains, no sidekicks. Everybody's saying that, but all I'm saying is that HBO did a side villain, the Penguin. And the Penguin was awesome. So it can be done if it has the right treatment, the right writers, the right person that has correct, proper source material for that character. It can be done. Penguin did it. At the end, they sprinkled a little bit of Batman. The series was fantastic. He does have super speed. He could do something about Mary while changing into the super suit. Any movies you're excited at seeing besides Superman next year? I'm ready to see Captain America 4. You know it's going through reshoot purgatory. I'm still want to see it. Ready to see it. Rest in peace, Ricky Henderson. Passed away last night. Talking about a baseball player? He used to play for the A's. But I think after Superman and Lois ending, this new Superman has a tough hill to climb. Superman and Lois was good. The ending, I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. I would prefer that he lived. But I didn't think Tyler Hoechlin could pull it off, but he did. So the same, let's see. The same way Tyler Hoechlin swayed me, this new guy can sway me. I'm not sitting here saying I'm unswayable. I'm just saying that preferably I would like to see a different package product, but who cares? The Vulture, yeah, that's what it was. People in Atlanta complain Superman has gone woke because the immigrant greatest villains have been there. Wow. I'm not even talking about woke. Don't ask me no questions about woke. Then I guess Superman was always woke in Homecoming. Collins said when he walked in on the Penguin, no one recognized him. That's when he thought this is going to be a great project. To me, it was fantastic. He's going to get nominated. I'm telling you, him, Sylvester Stallone, and the guy that played across, Idris Hodge, those three, man, that's 1A, 1B, 1C for us acting in a series. Those three guys kill it. Did you see the video with Nicolas Cage dressed up as Superman and the video of him wearing the suit and talking about how him and Tim Burton would have made it super good? I've seen it. Not a fan of it. He looks too lanky and skinny for me, but that's just me. That's just me. All right, people, we got 4 more minutes, but let me see. Cap 4 is another film that has a tough hill to climb because everyone will probably say Captain America is Steve. There are gonna be some people out there though. That's not my Captain America. He don't look like the Captain America I grew, and I'm not going to see that Captain America. There will be some out there, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be profitable based on all the reshoots I'm hearing. It's going through, but I'm definitely going to be there to see it. February, I will be there. Okay, I'm hungry. Gonna make some pancakes. See you later, Elihu. The Ricky Henson story may be a hoax. We're talking about Ricky Henderson, the baseball player, right? Now we need a guy from Snowfall to play Black Panther. He has the best look. I don't know. I'm liking Mr. Hodge, man. I can see Hodge as the next T'Challa. The episode, he said, man, look here, mother. I was wrong. You had me the whole time, especially pissed off because you was telling me about my wife and I needed help. I didn't want to hear it. But right now, my family, our family, is in trouble. Look at sucker. You had me that mother. Man, that scene right there. That was the best scene of the whole show. Man. Mr. Hodge for T'Challa. Yes, Mr. Hodge for T'Challa. That's my vote. Danny Lang, Fluff. Got the info from a reporter I personally know. Good deal. Okay, I'm just seeing unsubstantiated rumors online. If you're talking about Ricky Henderson, the ex-baseball player, I hope he's not dead, but he's pretty old. He should be at least in his late 60s, early 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Then just Google a guy from Snowfall in the Black Panther suit and tell me that I'm wrong. I'm telling you that you're wrong. You're not hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth. I know who he is, but I want to see Idris Hodge as the Black Panther. Let me see if I can pull that picture. Anik, I'm about to show you the next Black Panther, okay? There he is. Aldous Hodge. See that? That is the T'Challa. That Snowfall cat, no. No. And I'm going to pull it up so people can say it. See it. There you go. No, he does not look like the T'Challa that I want to see. This is the T'Challa that I want to see. See? That's who I want to see. Not Snowfall guy, not drug dealer guy. I don't want to see drug dealer guy. But anyway, it's going on an hour. People, it's been fun. I thank you all for sharing this last hour with me on a Saturday morning before Christmas. If I don't talk to any of you before then, I'm going to wish you all a Merry, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope you be safe. I hope that Santa gives you everything that you want. If you don't, then tough. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.
3, 2, 1.